When we are young, we are not usually told about the importance of taking care of both our bodies and our brains, our physical bodies and just basically our brains. We basically maybe at times just taught how to um, do general cleaning of our bodies, how to wash up and shower and take a bath. But when it comes to doing other forms of taking care of the body and our brains, uh, it's usually left to others or society, or just you have to find out your own way how you're going to go about it. And taking care of these bodies that we possess, that we are given from birth, is actually a very very important thing, because we live in them. It's what we carry around us, and basically they do tell a lot, and they do influence a lot of things that happens. So it's in our best interest to really take care of these bodies, and this is why I sometimes emphasize on the exercising and just general living, well-being, so that you're able to sustain and maintain this body that we usually possess. The same as the brain, because everything does start with the mind, which is the brain, and taking care of that. We also not really taught how to do it. So at most, it's up to us also to go about learning about how to take care of ourselves holistically, so that we do not run into problems in the future that pertain such things as diseases and all those complications of life that are really brought about by just simply taking care of a few things that you just have to adjust to in your life. A good example would be exercising. At most, we do exercise at school just for the sake of exercising, but there's no one tells you the real importance of like exercising until maybe you're grown up and you've neglected a lot of these aspects of life, and then you're told to go back and start doing exercising. The same goes with your brain, and it's the main reason also that usually talk about us as we move towards the best version of ourselves, the God version of us, is to really take good care of these, because this is what fundamental make us. And if you want longevity, if you want to see a better future for yourself and for your own family, own children, and all that, you have to take seriously that part of your life. You cannot neglect that, because neglecting that means that you're now going to deteriorate to having to take care of yourself now, once you now have complications in your life, such as diseases and all sort of illnesses that can be actually eradicated by just simply moving about and doing just regular exercise. But right now I want to speak on not just exercising, but also exercising your brain, and not just your physical body. The brain also needs its exercises. And coming from coming from a family that has had a history of such things as dementia and Parkinson diseases, which means that I'm likely to also have that. But the research I've done is that you can also sort of backtrack these diseases, or just at least slow them down, if you're going to partake in all sort of exercises for the brain, you see, and not just exercises for the physical body, but also for the brain, doing things like reading and doing things like puzzling, learning new things. This will drastically change your neural transmitters and your neurons, and basically create new brain cells that can actually help you as you grow older. Because as we grow older, we tend to lose brain cells. We tend to lose a lot and shed a lot of brain cells that because of obviously getting older, and our body are deteriorating. But to preserve a lot of this, we need to learn how to challenge and not just do the same basic things over and over, the mundane things over and over. Challenging ourselves, especially to do hard stuff brain-wise, learning, doing cognitive things that that you probably would have never done before. So this way we learn how to create new brain cells. And obviously these new brain cells, as you get older and you're an adult now, they will not be as prominent as a younger person. Younger people, those from their adolescence to their 20s to their 30s, they create these neurons and new neurons easier, and they hardly shed any or lose neurons and all those neurotransmitters in their brains. But of course, as they get older and older, they will lose them. But if they're in their 20s and 30s and they're still using that positively, then obviously at the end of the day, they're going to train their brains to be producing those things, those neurotransmitters. So taking care of ourselves holistically means that challenging ourselves, right, both physically and mentally. So doing mentally challenging things, you do grow. You may not grow physically. That's why you now need a balance between these two. Create a sort of an environment for yourself where you have that ability, to do both, will be very much optimal for you to be good, because now you can concentrate on both. Though I should warn you, the energy that needs to be directed at creating both your physical attributes and your mental attributes would be very great. To be so much that it will take a lot of your time and resources. However, creating that and starting that journey of doing both your mental and your physical learning means that you are now getting closer and closer to the best version of yourself. And that's the best environment for now, whereby you know you can do your physical exercises or any sort of physical challenging exercising, and your mental challenging exercising. And this way you have the fundamentals, and you also have your foundation to create that lifestyle that you probably are moving towards. So you do not have to be concerned about your physical and your mental states. So that's why I really advocate for people to really be concerned about these, because the only way to learn more and to move towards your own best interests is to take care of the mental and the physical. Neglecting this will actually bring much more problems, especially in the future, because the lifestyle that we live is that we are hectic, and we tend to really neglect these things because we're too busy, always going here, going there, and never really taking the time to think about these things. And the stress that we usually have and anxiety can really, at the end of the day, be diminished by just taking care of these things and really looking into them. Look into how you can best optimize your brain to work certain things and learn new things. How you can actually work your body to be optimal, to do certain things, certain exercises that you yourself never thought you'd ever do or be able to do. So balancing these things and working them hand in hand will give you an edge, a certain sort of advantage, because now you are not just healthy. You do not just look healthy in the body, but also you have mental health and mental stability. So now you can even move forward with whatever you're trying to achieve. The best version of yourself truly wants that version of you that has no much negative setbacks, such as your physical ailments, your mental instability. And that's what we're striving for. That's what I'm striving for. The best version of me, the God version of me, wants to see that. And this is the type of lifestyle that we should embody now. It's not just about the work that we're doing. It's not just about the kind of things that we have, the possessions that we have. It's not only about the minor achievements that we have accumulated along the way, but it's also about how you feel about yourself. Do you feel healthy mentally and physically? What sort of demeanor do you project? Are you really not stressed out? Are you really healthy, both mentally? Would you actually change certain things about yourself, or do you want to remain the same? So this also means that you have to be totally honest about yourself. You have to be honest to yourself and not lie about or beat around the bushes, so that you are able to advance. That's the only way to advance, is to be truthful and start working on yourself. Start working on the God version of yourself, which means a healthier body and a healthier mind. And with that said, It's been Alfred, and peace to the gods.